mine that I named 2023 the Year of the Youth in Atlanta.
2023 was declared the Year of the Youth in the city of Atlanta. Mayor Andre Dickens expanded countless resources and leveraged public, private, and nonprofit partnerships to launch the second annual Summer Youth Employment Program. Over 5,000 young adults earned an average wage of more than $17 an hour working with city partners from Coca-Cola, Hertz, and the Atlanta Beltline to signature programs like STEAM, lifeguard training, and Beyond Literacy, where 27 students actually became published authors.
We started the first ever Mayor's Youth Ambassador program. It really actually turned into something way greater than we had even imagined and designed.
The city of Atlanta also saw groundbreaking initiatives launching 2023, like a $20 million investment in early childhood education, which refurbished child care centers, provided child care scholarships, and professional training for those in the child care workforce. It also saw the inaugural Atlanta Girls Empowerment Summit and the LGBTQ Youth Mentorship Pilot Program, as well as the Youth Pride Summit and Festival. The city kept things active with another season of midnight basketball, which was a major deterrent of crime in the city by providing a safe place for the youth to receive free haircuts, free food, and to showcase their skills on the court. And the mayor's youth scholarship program awarded 125 students an average of $2,000 per semester. It was supported through events like the Mayor's Cup, Mayor's 5K on the runway, the Mayor's Pride reception, and a sneaker auction through Art School.
I appreciate you. I thank you. If anybody hasn't told you today, you made a difference in at least one person's life. That's my life right now. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ion Hickman. I am a ATL Year of the Youth Ambassador and a college student. Over the past several months of being an ATL Year of the Youth Ambassador, I've had the opportunity and privilege of meeting many people and being put in positions that I never really thought or understood that I would be in. I've met artists, artisans, authors, musicians, and politicians, and people who at one point seemed unreachable to me. I've had the opportunity to be in front of the mayor himself, and it's been an absolute privilege. This journey has given me a newfound confidence, but it also provided me with a unique perspective on the voices of Atlanta. If there was one thing I would change about the program, it would be the name, Year of the Youth. I think that the youth deserve more than simply a year. Our voices deserve to be heard. Thank you. Youth shouldn't be designated simply a year. Each passing day is a new day where our voices deserve to be heard. We deserve to be inspired, educated, and taught and celebrated. It is crucial that we do those things. Mayor Andre Dickens himself once said, Atlanta's youth are our future. I would like to challenge that statement. We are not just the future, we are the architects of today. And we are capable and will change and will produce as much change as our successors. Without further ado, I would like to present to you the Honorable Mayor Andre Dickens. Thank you.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Oh, man, I like this brother. I like this young guy. He said, I'd like to challenge that. That's right. And he's like, do the Year of the Youth all the time, not just once. I've had a chance to interview with him, and we were on a podcast together, and he's been around our office quite a bit. I'm so proud of you. Give him a round of applause, y'all, for standing up in front of all of you today. I said, I'd like to challenge that. That's right. I love that. It starts early. It's good to be amongst all you folks who serve the community. There are city council members here. I've seen Marcy Collier Overstreet up there. I see Byron Amos, and I'm sure if I scan the room even more, I'll see a lot more city council members. But thank you to the Atlanta City Council. They're actually, currently some are in a session right now, and others are here amongst us. Thank you for your partnership in the Year of the Youth, and thank you to all of these dedicated folks. I see some APS school board members, APS leadership, of course, our superintendent, my senior leadership team and cabinet members, great leadership from Parks and Rec and Atlanta teen leaders. Shout out to the teen leaders in the house. But thank you all for coming here today as we celebrate one of the most quintessential initiatives I have ever been a part of. Every successful campaign has an origin story. Our Year of the Youth started as a spark, and that spark was started by Jennifer Keenan and Lisa Cunningham. Raise y'all's hands. These individuals served on my transition team, and they came up with this idea. As I was saying, I wanted Atlanta to be the best place in the country to raise a child, and they said, well, let's get it started in 2023 with the Year of the Youth campaign. And so I wanted to engage our young people in meaningful and real ways. I did not want to just talk about our children as our future, just like he just said. I wanted to put actual measures in place where we would sink or swim based on data. It's one thing to put an initiative on paper, quite another thing to actually execute a plan of action and then invite others to judge our progress based on results-driven metrics. And we did just that. Last year, I stood here and told y'all that I wanted to make this city the best place in the country to raise a child. I told y'all I wanted us to be able to ask each other, how are the children? And be able to honestly respond with, all the children are well. So let's talk about today and see how we did. Thanks to the help of some incredible partners, we were able to launch the city's first ever early childhood education initiative. The city invested $5 million and raised another $16 million for this effort, all in an effort to provide our babies with the best start that they can have. We provided grants to child care providers serving low-income families. We awarded 60 repair and renovation grants to child care facilities, and we awarded more than 100 child care scholarships to providers to ease some of their financial burden on families. I want to thank the folks at Gears and PAC for being great implementation partners in that effort. And shout out to our partners at APS here, who were early investors in our early childhood development initiative. They came in big with $5 million. So let's give our early childhood education initiative, APS, Gears, and PAC a round of applause. We were also able to make a $1 million commitment to expand safe spaces through our partnership with the Boys and Girls Club of Metro Atlanta. CEO David Jernigan is here and will expound on that in a minute. Let's give them a round of applause. We are able to do more. We were also able to address food insecurity that we know is a very real thing in our country, in our state, and even in Atlanta. And so we were able to work with Jasmine Crowe and Gooder to purchase a Gooder grocery store in schools to make sure people would get fed. Additionally, we partnered with Operation Hope and APS. We were able to increase our commitment to our Child Savings Account program. You'll hear also more about that from the man who one day will single-handedly make financial literacy as common as the English language when you hear from my friend John Hope Bryant in just a little while. Lastly, we had a phenomenal summer youth employment program. More than 5,000 young people were hired, receiving an average wage of more than $17 an hour this summer. That's right, we paid real money for these young people's real work experience. I'm so very, very proud that over the course of this very first Year of the Youth initiative, we have been able to provide services to about 30,000 of our young people in this city. 30,000 people is about the size of Union City or College Park. You think about that. This program had about 30,000 participants in it. But as I've said, And that's Union City or College Park, adults, kids, everybody. There's 30,000 kids in Atlanta. But yeah, that's a lot of folks. We can applaud that. But as I've said, none of this would have been possible without our tried and true partners who really stepped up for our young people this year. And so speaking of our young people, there is one group I'd like to recognize. As part of the Year of the Youth, we partnered with APS again and Microsoft to launch the Minecraft Education Level Up Challenge. Atlanta was one of 10 global cities chosen for this challenge. More than 300 APS students participated, spending more than 14,000 hours reinventing this city digitally. The students were asked, how can we envision a connected, equitable, and sustainable future that moves Atlanta forward without leaving anyone behind? That's a difficult question to answer, and these young people worked on that. 7 teams and a total of 12 students were chosen as winners and have been presented with letters of commendation today. I love for these big brains, these young people who are here with their families to stand up and take a well-deserved bow. Love it. I love it. I just said one bow. Y'all can go on. Yeah, y'all. It's just the Year of the Youth. They show out in this year, boy. I love it, though. Y'all did a fantastic job. And I was there on the very first day we kicked it off. So thank y'all. I'm so very, very proud of you all. And so before I hand this off, I really just want to say that 2023 was our first ever Year of the Youth. But our commitment to our young people has in no way ended. Last year did my heart good. I loved everything about our efforts as we did it together. Atlanta is a group project, and as I look across this room, my eyes are laying on individuals I have seen out in the community doing various things to serve our youth and our community members. And I couldn't be prouder of us together as a team, but also proud of you individually for all that you did when you started in January of 2023 and how we ended at the end of in December of 2023. From start to finish, we were committed and worked hard. Our children represent the very best of us, and we have to make this city and all that it has to offer to really work for all of our children. So in many ways, our work, even though it's been one whole year, our work is still just beginning, y'all. And so with that being said, now I'd like to bring up our APS Interim Superintendent, Dr. Danielle Battle.
I have to move this down a little bit, Mayor. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm so happy to be here on behalf of Atlanta Public Schools. We are here to celebrate the impact of the Year of the Youth and the partnership between APS and the City of Atlanta that played a part in this great initiative. This indeed is a celebration. APS is thrilled with our partnership with the Mayor and the City of Atlanta. Helen Keller once said, alone we can do so little, but together we can do so much. It is important to our students to have this practical application and real-world experiences. This is what happened through this partnership. The impact of working together is far-reaching. In APS, we provide STEM learning opportunities, but the City of Atlanta amplified the classroom instruction by offering students a chance to enhance our city's infrastructure with the Microsoft Minecraft Level Up Challenge. Our students have been afforded various internships opportunities throughout the city, which will further prepare them for their career paths and lives. In addition to opportunities that prepare our students for the global world, our job is not done if we do not make sure we prepare them for the segment of the society right outside their front door. When Atlanta Public Schools and the City of Atlanta joined forces to host on MLK King holiday, it was a perfect occasion for our students to aid the community and those in need. It was a collaborative lesson in humanitarianism. That is what education is all about. Not to be forgotten, I would certainly be remiss if I did not mention the dynamic collaboration that takes place each and every day between APSPD and APD. This partnership enhances our ability to ensure the safety of our students and staff. This is invaluable. Atlanta Public Schools is thankful for our partnership with the City of Atlanta. Because of it, I know that our students will be prepared to make the world a better place for all of us. We look forward to our continued collaborations and moving the students of Atlanta forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Battle. And now, as you all heard, the mayor has invested and committed $1 million to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Metro Atlanta. And we bring to you CEO David Jernigan. Thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is so great to be amongst friends, and I want to start with a little bit of gratitude. First to the mayor. Mayor talks about Atlanta being a group project all the time. And I will tell you, Mayor, I've been in this work for 24 years serving kids in Atlanta, and over the past year, I have been in more group project meetings than I've ever been in the 24 years in Atlanta, which is a huge compliment because you are bringing together youth-serving organizations towards a shared vision towards serving kids. So thank you for doing that. And perhaps more importantly, you know, a lot of politicians talk the talk. You really walk it, and you have put money where your mouth is and investing in our kids, and I'm grateful for that, and the Boys and Girls Clubs of Metro Atlanta is grateful for that. As Janine said, I'm deeply honored to serve as the president and CEO of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Atlanta. Our mission is to ignite the unlimited potential of kids and teens by creating safe, inclusive, and engaging environments. And we do that across our 25 clubs in 10 counties across Metro Atlanta. If you were to talk to young people in our clubs and ask them, you know, what brings you to the club every day? You would get a different answer from every kid. For one kid, it would be the recording studio that they're able to come and do and mix their beats. For another kid, it would be the homework help they're able to get and the tutoring services they're able to get at our club. For another kid, it might be the esports program we now have available to our young people. For another kid, it might be basketball, or it may be martial arts that they have, or the ballet program, or culinary arts. I could go on and on the kinds of things that they would tell you that bring them to the club every day, and especially our teens. But the number one thing you would hear most consistently, it's the adults that are in that club, who have been in that club year after year. I'm joined by some of them today. Mr. Mario, Mr. John Strong, Miss Gail Johnson, been in this work 45 years at her club, serving her community. It's that kind of consistency and being a part of the village and helping to raise young people in our community that the Boys and Girls Clubs has been doing for over 80 years in our community. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention our volunteer leaders. I'm joined by many of them today, including our board chair, Larry Patrick, our immediate past chair, Charlie Henn, and several other board members who helped to make the Boys and Girls Club happen across Boys and Girls Clubs, or across Metro Atlanta. I want to talk to you for a minute about what this $1 million investment will mean for the teens in the city of Atlanta as we invest in helping to bring more teens into our clubs to keep them in a safe space, particularly in those vulnerable hours and the out-of-school hours. With this $1 million, we're going to be able to increase our staffing to be able to serve more teens. We're going to be able to bolster our academic supports for young people. As they're coming out of COVID, we know they need additional academic interventions. We're going to be able to invest in technology infrastructure to provide things like esports and the innovations that are going to draw teens into the clubs in those critical out-of-school hours. We're going to be able to invest in teen-focused transportation solutions to remove the barriers of transportation to get to the club. And the thing I'm probably most excited about is we're going to be able to extend our operating hours, opening up late on Friday and Saturday nights so that young people can come and go to the recording studio or go play basketball or do the things that are exciting for them in those weekend late hours. And we're finally going to be able to invest in our teens to be able to serve as teen ambassadors and to pay them to be able to go out and be social brand ambassadors on social media to recruit more teens off the streets into our clubs, into those evening events. So again, on behalf of Boys and Girls Clubs of Metro Atlanta, I want to thank you, Mayor, and thank the City of Atlanta for this huge investment. On behalf of our kids, we thank you.
Thank you, David Jernigan. Our next presenter is going to speak to you about a project that is also very close to our hearts, the Youth Development Grant Program. In 2023, as part of the ATL Year of the Youth, we partnered with the Urban League of Greater Atlanta to not only disperse grants, but to provide ongoing, consistent technical assistance and guidance to help our community-based organizations grow stronger. If you are in the building and I call your organization's name, please stand, cheer, shout. The first cohort of organizations served over 6,000 children and provided programming from January almost to December of last year. So we'd like to say thank you to 3D Girls, Inc., African Americans on the Move Book Club, Agape Community Center, please stand if you are here, Atlanta Bicycle Coalition, Barack and Michelle Obama Elementary School PTA, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Metro Atlanta, Draw Change, Field of Dreams Academy, Horizons Atlanta, Kid Kong Association, Lead Inc., Moving in the Spirit, Museum of Design Atlanta, Music Education Group, Noble Truth Project, also known as Glacier's Ice, Page Turners Make Great Learners, Raising Expectations, Silence the Shame, Soccer in the Streets, the Boyce L. Ansley School, Urban Poets, Usher's New Look, and Youth Spark. Please give them a hand. Raising Expectations? Yes. So those organizations served students, young people dutifully and consistently, but it's not something that we came up with. They were already doing the work. We just added a little juice to their engine, so thank you so much. Before Dr. Kia James takes the stage, we'd also like to announce the second cohort of Youth Development Grant recipients. These 9 organizations, thank you to City Council for the approval of the expansion for the grant program. We cannot do this without you. These 9 organizations have begun service to youth in January and will continue to serve youth throughout this year. If you are in the building, please stand and be recognized. Congratulations to Andrew P. Stewart, Inc., Black Man Lab Foundation, Blueprint 58, Communities in Schools of Atlanta, Future Successors, Girls of Excellence, Inc., Kids Gym USA Incorporated, Next Generation Men and Women, Inc., and the Beloved Community Development Corps. We're so excited to partner with you. Thank you for serving our children. Dr. Kia James, take it away.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Mayor Dickens and distinguished guests, as Janine said, my name is Dr. Kia James, and I have the honor today and the privilege to represent the Urban League of Greater Atlanta and our illustrious CEO, Nancy Flake Johnson. We are deeply honored to be a part of the Mayor's Year of the Youth initiative. The Mayor has chosen the Urban League for this incredible, important task to serve as program administrators and fiscal agents for the grant. We've dispensed more than $1.5 million to youth during the Youth Development Grant to 32 youth-focused, community-based organizations to increase their capacity to serve. As director of the League's Youth and Young Adult Services College and Career Center, and administrator of the grant, I'm delighted to report to you that through technical assistance, we've provided the nonprofits the opportunity for nonprofits to exponentially expand their ability to serve as youth throughout Atlanta public schools and their communities. We have seen tangible growth as we deliver direct services to these participants by doing program monitoring, core monitoring, conducting monthly check-ins for compliance, hosting capacity building sessions, assisting with strategic planning, and increasing the overall awareness of grant writing and providing networking opportunities to build community. The League intends to continue its work with the Mayor's team to extend the network within and among Atlanta's city schools and communities to not only engage, promote, but empower each other to better help students and young people. The League's history shows that through sustainable progress development, Diverse groups of people can move this city forward through partnerships and achieving a common goal. We believe that in this mayor's work and with his team, the results will be positive and create a model community support system. Our agencies are laser focused on the understanding and meeting on developmental needs of every young person in Atlanta schools and augmenting what the schools themselves can provide. Whether in schools, STEM education, STEAM programs, anti-violence efforts, in-school support, and other means, the nonprofit community is willing, ready, and growing stronger each day to offer our students and children the knowledge, care, and skills that they need to thrive. I would be remiss to not only take the opportunity to thank Janine and her team for all their work, but for all the organizations that we work with. The 32 organizations have been outstanding, and they do positive work. I'd also like to take this time to thank my team, Jared Daniels and Cherie Wright, and of course, the rest of the Urban League staff. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Becca Stanley. I'm the founder and executive director of Blueprint 58. We're a community development organization in Southwest Atlanta. We've been working in the community for 12 years, but we just opened a brand new community center in the heart of the Pittsburgh neighborhood about 6 months ago. Our main goal at Blueprint is to build mutually transformative relationships, and we do this in three main ways: through empowering youth, equipping young adults and families, and engaging our neighbors. We are so excited and honored to be one of the recipients of this year's Year of the Youth grant, and it has allowed us to expand our empowering youth programming in our new building. So that includes our open hours after school with students, our sports programming, and our small groups. But really what the heart of what we do with youth is our one-on-one mentoring program. This mentoring is rooted in the idea of mutual transformation. We believe that our students have as much to offer and teach as they have to receive from their mentors. One thing that's really exciting to me personally is that since we opened the doors to our building 6 months ago, we have had as many neighbors come in saying, I want to be a mentor, as we have had students come in saying, I need a mentor. So we really believe in the power of our community coming together and moving towards flourishing for everyone. So I want to end with a story about one of our amazing students. His name is Ashton. We met Ashton when he moved into the neighborhood about 10 years ago. He first got connected to us by playing sports with us. He played flag football and basketball, and then we paired him with a mentor, and his mentor's brother took him up in his airplane where he fell in love with flying. He received one of our scholarships. He went to college. He studied aviation management, and he lived in our housing program while he got his private pilot's license. Now he is off at school studying to be a commercial pilot, and he is just an amazing person. And one thing I always say is that every single person who has interacted with Ashton has been changed for the better. And so, you know, we talk a lot about the fact that we did not give or do anything for Ashton except give him space and support to flourish in who he was made to be. And something that Mayor Dickens always says is that Atlanta is a group project, and it's just such an honor to get to play a small part in moving our city towards flourishing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rebecca. There are a few very special guests that many of you encountered as you came in today. I'd like to recognize our Department of Parks and Recreation, Atlanta Teen Leaders Academy, but also let you all know that our Teen Leaders Academy, as part of ATL Year of the Youth, started a boys' academy this past summer. If Nicholas Clark and Quisha Askew and Commissioner Justin Cutler in the building, please stand. If our teen leaders are in the building, please stand. Now, Dr. Battle, they are all APS students, so I'm gonna go out on a limb and say today is an excused absence. Okay, I'll send over the attendance list. So if they say they were with the mayor, they were. Also, as you all came in, you might have noticed a table set up in the front with the Water Boys in the Hood. Several years ago, well, actually not just several years ago, recently the city has been working with our community partners to try to figure out solutions. What are we doing about these boys selling water at the intersections? Well, they didn't need us to come up with solutions. They needed us to support them and get out of the way. If you've had a chance to encounter Sergio and Kai, they're right over here. They have started an LLC. They have distributors. And I've Googled, so they're real distributors. They have water suppliers, a distribution plan. They have a partnership with KIP schools, and if you have a business or an organization and you stock water, make sure you see them on your way out, scan the code, and order your water from Water Boys in the Hood. We're so proud of you. Yes, yes. And speaking of, I'd like to also recognize, I saw her, Ms. Casey Vinnings, the founder and CEO of Helping Atlanta Youth. You might have seen Casey before the city even got on board at kiosks, working with our boys, loving on our boys, making sure that they understand that the city loves them and supports them. Casey Vinnings, thank you so much, and we're excited to work with you this year. Before I bring up my next presenter, I would also like to note that Atlanta Public Schools had the highest graduation rate in Atlanta Public Schools history with 86.6%. I'd like to also mention once again, because I don't think we clapped hard enough, that Atlanta Public Schools during the year of the youth, I was about to say in the year of our Lord, but in 2023, in the year of our Lord, in the year of the youth, Atlanta Public Schools, not only did they have the highest graduation rate at 86.6%, they surpassed the state's graduation rate. I know we're in session across the street, so I'm gonna say it a little louder. We surpassed the state graduation rate. And before I bring up our next presenter to speak about mentoring, I'd also like to note that Frederick Douglass High School had the highest gains in graduation rate in the school's history. Frederick Douglass High School had the highest gains in graduation rate. So what this means, what this tells us, and if you look at the data on APS Insights, if you look at the data with our friends at the Annie E. Casey Foundation, if you look at the data that our friends at the United Way provide, then you'll know that all of our equity efforts, our progressive efforts, our group project efforts working together is why we are seeing this uptick. This is no accident. Before I bring up Kwame Johnson, I will also mention that when I dig down into that data, because I am an educator, what I also see is that this is the first time in Atlanta Public Schools history that the gap between black graduates and white graduates has been the narrowest. So what we are doing is working. Thank you for your leadership, Dr. Battle. Thank you for your leadership, APS, and we appreciate your partnership. Now I'm going to bring up CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Metro Atlanta, Kwame Johnson, to speak about our mentoring project.
Well, those are some amazing results, and we don't get those results without this group of fine people here doing amazing work. And I'm proud that Big Brothers and Big Sisters is a small part of that. I'm the CEO of Big Brothers and Big Sisters Metro Atlanta, but more importantly, I'm a defender of potential. And if you think about it, everybody in this room had somebody defend our potential for us to get here. All of us had mentors who poured into our life. When I was a youth at the age of 17, making a lot of bad decisions, I went to prison. And I met a lot of young men, and I don't have enough time to tell you their stories, but their stories motivate me every day. And the only difference between me and them was that I had mentors in my life. I had somebody to defend my potential. So when you look at this guy up here with the bald head and the purple tie, you're looking at the criminal justice system. Doesn't it look good, right? So next time you turn on TV and you hear about a young person making a bad decision, I want you to think about me, because I'm no different than them. I'm honored to partner with the Mayor's Office, Atlanta Public Schools, to spread mentorship across the city. We know that it works. 98% of our young people are promoted to the next grade level. 98% graduated high school on time. 98% avoided the criminal justice system. So we have a real solution for young people. I was honored to partner with the mayor on 404 Day to make a pitch for more mentors. We had 404 was the number, but we got over 700 people sign up to be bigs in our program. That's amazing. But we know the need for mentorship is huge. And coming out of COVID, I started getting phone calls from middle school principals in particular about the need for more mentorship in their school buildings. And I remember a conversation with Ms. Crooms, who was the principal of Brown Middle School, now Herman J. Ressel Middle School, and she said to me, Kwame, I need 700 mentors. And that's a big number. So we came up with a new program called Level Up, which I'm honored is being supported by the Mayor's Office, the foundation community, the corporate community. I see Wells Fargo here, Georgia Power here, are all leaning into this new program that we developed, where for the first time in our history, we are having paid, professionally trained mentors working in school buildings every day. So kids get not only the academics, Dr. Battle, and guidance counselors, but they get access to mentors every day. And think about it, all kids go to school. Conflicts play out in school. If not resolved, they play out in the community. So our young people are doing better. They're excited to come to school. 2 of our middle schools had the highest attendance of all the middle schools in the district. Our goal is to infuse mentorship throughout Atlanta. And just think about it, if every middle school student had a mentor in their life, what kind of city could we have? And that's what we're doing as a part of Year of the Youth. We have this new program where mentors are mentoring a whole grade level, and over time, mentoring the whole entire school. So we're honored to be a part of that. We're going to continue to do that. We're going to paint the whole city with mentorships, and we need more mentors. So I encourage you, if you have some time, think about being a part of Big Brothers and Big Sisters and be a mentor and be a defender of potential so that somebody can see a living, tangible example of what's possible, and we continue to make Atlanta the best city for young people. Thank you.
Thank you. It should be mentioned that we are always willing and looking for additional partners. All of you are in this room because you have either attended, supported, or reached out to ask how you could support. I think it remains to be seen that we still have work to do. So please make sure you are following us at ATL Year of the Youth on social media, and please make sure that you are connected to us. You can sign up for mentoring, you can sign up. We have a Youth Ambassador program that will be launching this spring, the 2nd iteration. We also will be publishing a Safe Spaces directory. So all of your organizations and businesses, if you have services for youth, we want you to be listed in this directory. So please make sure you check your emails, make sure you sign up and stay connected. As Mayor Dickens said, this is only the beginning. Next up, I would like us to welcome Chairman, Founder, and CEO of Operation Hope, Mr. John Hope Bryant.
God is good, isn't he? I don't know what was that. The Bible suggests be hot or be cold. If you're lukewarm, I'll spat you out. Translation, even God is not like mediocrity. God is good, isn't he? Now we're in a little bit of church. Janine and Courtney and the team, you guys have done a great job. Mayor, our Chief Inspiration Officer. I don't think somebody told the mayor he's not running for office right now. My man's all over the city, excited, enthusiastic. You tell him he can calm down, he says, no, I can't. I gotta stay on message and on mission all the time. It's exactly right. We should give him some love for all that he pours in to the city. Atlanta's the biggest economy in the South. It's the 10th largest economy in the US. Think about this now. $470 billion, 10th largest economy in the entire country is the city of Atlanta. If it was a country, it would be a top 30 economy, the only international city in the South, the busiest airport in the world, the most diverse place in the South. Everybody wants to be Atlanta, but Atlanta's not a city, she's an idea. And we can make her whatever we want. But what we can't do is take her for granted. This dream can go. This dream can fall away. What do I mean by that? The mayor is the only mayor I know who understands credit scores. We met, first time he got in office, first thing he wanted to talk about was credit scores. Why is that important? Half of Black America, now we support everybody, but half of Black America has a credit score below 620. I want you to think about that for a minute. You can't get a decent loan, a mortgage, a prime loan below 700. Can I get an amen? You can't get a decent car loan. You can get a car loan, but it'll be if you get a Mercedes, it'll be a Mercedes payments. You can't get anything good below 700, but half of us are locked out of the free enterprise system when we get up in the morning and don't know it. It's what we don't know that we don't know that's killing us, but we think we know. We're smart, we're brilliant. When the rules are published and the playing field is level, we kill it. Professional sports, the arts, public office, we kill it. By the year 2052, I want this to sink in with you. If we don't change this trajectory, this is the last time you see this. By 2052, the average net worth of an African American, not poor people, everybody, will be zero. I'm gonna repeat that. The average net worth of the entire Black race by 2052, less than 30 years from today, will be zero. Now, with that stat, listen to this. The mayor and the city council leaned in on children's savings accounts. I love math because it doesn't have an opinion. We have to date opened 7,100 children's savings accounts for kindergarten kids. There's only 2,200 kindergarten kids, I'm told, Superintendent, so that means 3 years, more than 3 years, of every kid getting a child savings account. In these accounts are over $360,000 that will continue to compound and grow to pay for their college education. Hold on, it gets better. The parents and caregivers and family members, I've always said, Mayor, if you hang around 9 broke people, you'll be the 10th. Whatever you hang around, you will be. The kids have now inspired the adults. So now parents, caregivers, and family members are getting involved and have personally contributed. This is not the city now, these are working class families, have now on top of that added $6,500 of their own hard-earned money to the kids' accounts. APS parents, caregivers, and staff have also got inspired. And now they're working to get the credit score up, their savings up, and their debt down. Lance Triggs, who's in the audience, tells me, on average, here in APS, we have seen a credit score rise of 41 points, a savings account increase of $1,100, a debt decrease of $1,800, somebody making about $40,000. You add those together, that's a game changer. That goes from being declined at the bank to being approved at the bank. What I'm talking to you about here is rainbows after storms. You cannot have a rainbow without a storm first. Now, this is personal to me. When I grew up in Compton, California, in South Central LA, I didn't have this program, Mr. Mayor. I didn't have the mentors that is going to be provided, and the interns and all this support. But when I was 9 years old, not 4 or 5 in kindergarten, but when I was 9 years old, a banker came in my classroom to teach me financial literacy. He happened to be Caucasian. We didn't want him there. He didn't want to be there. He was wearing a good suit. The only white man I knew back then wearing a suit was a detective, and it was a bad suit. And I don't mean like a bad suit, I mean like a bad suit. He had a business card that said 16th floor. Nothing in Compton was above the 6th floor other than the courthouse. I was like, it was like meeting a Martian. I said, sir, what do you do for a living and how'd you get rich legally? And I was dead serious. How did you get rich legally? I never saw anybody. We model what we see. He said, young man, I'm a banker and I finance entrepreneurs. Woo! I said, sir, I don't know what an entrepreneur is. I never heard that word my entire life, a French word, build something out of nothing, create value. I don't know what an entrepreneur is, but whatever it is, if it's illegal, I'm gonna be one. I went home to my mother, borrowed $40 from her after getting a vision for what I wanted to do in business, started the neighborhood candy house, put the liquor store out of the candy business, made $3 on a $40 investment, found girls, lost a business, recurring theme in my life, but got over that. And once I got on my grind, I never got off it, and I'm an entrepreneur today, running the largest financial literacy organization in America. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. We will make financial literacy the civil rights issue of this generation. And these kids are the civil rights leaders, from civil rights in the streets to civil rights in the suites. And this is not just a program, Mr. Mayor, for Atlanta. You're now a model for the whole country. Can we do this? No, the mayor said yes. No, look, I'm going to be good, be quick, and then be gone. I'm out of here. But I need to know that you are here. He can't do this by himself. There are 3 types of people like 3 types of birds. There are eagles, there are buzzards, and there are turkeys. Eagles don't fly in packs. You've never seen a flock of eagles. Buzzards love packs. Low-flying birds. Always player hating, never player congratulating. Always got something negative to say about somebody. Always stepping on somebody else's head to elevate themselves. And then turkeys got wings and can't even fly. What kind of bird do we want to be? Eagles are regal, and they speak loudly and boldly. Let the mayor know he's doing a good job. Let's claim our future. Can we do this? I'm done.
You're doing a great job. Doing a great job. Before we continue, we would like to recognize, the mayor mentioned, but we would like to recognize 2 very special people, Ms. Jennifer Keenan and Ms. Lisa Cunningham. Will you come to the stage, please? Surprise.
As I mentioned earlier, y'all, these folks came up and gave me this inspiration. They were a part of my transition team when I became mayor, and we set up 4 different transition committees, and they were the heads of our youth initiative committee, because I, from the very beginning, said I wanted to make sure that this city serves our young people, and I gave it to their hands, and they formed a committee, and they came up with this idea of the Year of the Youth. So, yes, all year I've been taking credit for their idea, but it's a group project, so thank y'all for your idea, but in front of everybody, I want to let you know how thankful I am. So on behalf of a grateful mayor and a grateful city of Atlanta and some grateful nonprofits that we've effectuated change through, I want to just give you this commendation letter from the mayor's office to you guys, and you can have it in your family archives or your offices. God bless you all. Thank you. Lisa Cunningham and Jennifer Keenan.
And now I'd like to present Mayor's Youth Ambassador, Kayla Elder.
Good afternoon. My name is Kayla Elder. I am one of the Mayor's Youth Ambassadors and a high school senior. I have been very, very blessed to be a part of the Mayor's ATL Year of the Youth Ambassador program. Throughout this program, I have stepped outside of my comfort zone, been exposed to unique opportunities, and been pushed to grow as a person. I am so very grateful for this opportunity and the many others that I've experienced. This program has inspired me to try new things, and I know that my future has changed for the better. Furthermore, it is my pleasure to introduce our Chief Policy Officer, Mr. Courtney English.
What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Y'all look good. We are wrapping up. What's up? Yeah, y'all look good. Really, it is said that the first job of any leader is to define reality, and the last job of any leader is to say thank you. And that's really my role here today, is to say thank you to the incredible vision of folks on the mayor's transition team. Thank you to all of these incredible partners, and thank you to our wonderful leader, our mayor. Thank you all for everything that you have done and continue to do for the people in this city, particularly our young folks. For folks who don't know, I graduated from Morehouse College, if you can't tell. Yeah. But I was born and raised in Oakland City, in the Oakland City community, which, if you know Atlanta well, is about 2 minutes away from Morehouse. Oakland City then and now was listed as one of the most violent communities in the city, with one of the lowest performing schools in the entire state. Needless to say that it's a long walk from Oakland City to Morehouse College. Too long. A long walk from Oakland City to Columbia University. Too long. A longer walk still from Oakland City, right here in our city, to Atlanta City Hall. Too long. Atlanta made that walk possible for kids who look like our mayor and I. And guess what, Atlanta? You've made that walk that much shorter and that much easier for 30,000 young people this year. Give yourselves a round of applause. Because of you, more of our students have access to early education options. Because of you, more of them have jobs to pay living wages. More of them have opportunities after school and at night and on the weekends to enjoy their free time and safety and peace and calm. But also because of you, our city is safer. Our city is safer. Last year, during the Year of the Youth, our city experienced a 19% reduction in violent crime. Last year, during Year of the Youth, our city received a 21% reduction in homicides. Last year, during Year of the Youth, we saw a 46% reduction in youth homicides. More of our young people are living to see older age. You see, I told Janine earlier that those gains aren't just because of the hardworking and dedicated men and women of the Atlanta Police Department. We honor their work. We support their work. But an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure any day. And because of you, you have made this city safer. I want to pause just for 2 seconds because one of the people who contributed to that reduction in crime, to this entire effort, as much as our police chief, as much as our mayor, has gone this entire program, really this entire year, behind the scenes and without fanfare. So I want Janine Lewis to come stand right here for 2 seconds. Now I just want y'all to love on Janine Lewis for 2 seconds, because without her, we can stand on our feet. We can stand on our feet and celebrate her leadership, because without her, none of this incredible vision would have been possible. So thank you, Janine, on behalf of a grateful city. Yeah. So we are here to celebrate, and as I close and take my seat, I want to let you know that we are far from done. We know that too many of our kids live in poverty, too many of our families lack jobs that pay living wages. That walk is still a little too long from Oakland City to Morehouse College, and so what that means is we've got work to do. But know that if this year hasn't taught you anything, know that work is possible. A better, brighter future for our kids is absolutely possible. We want y'all to tell a friend about the work that happened over the course of this year. You see, there are those that sit outside the arena and criticize the world we live in. And then there are those who grab shovels. There are those who complain about the institutions around us failing and crumbling. And then there are those of us who grab hard hats. There are those of us who find themselves cold and afraid and alone and surrounded by darkness, who curse that darkness. Then there are those of us who light candles and start fires. I am honored to know and to serve alongside so many candle lighters, hope dealers, world builders, and fire starters. This is just the beginning. God bless y'all. Let's go.
morning. My name is Tremaine Hutchison. I am a member of Glacier's Italian Ice, and today I'm here to thank Mayor Dickens for his 2023 Year of the Youth Initiative. On behalf of the Noble True Project and Glacier's Ice Youth Entrepreneurship Program, please accept our Community Hero Award. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's stand right here. Let's take a picture right here. Come on. Wow, I'm honored. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Glacier Ice, y'all have been great partners throughout this year as well. This is a great organization, y'all, where they go out to events and give away or sell ice cream that they make. These Glacier Ice ice cream scoops are delicious, and they've been with me at the Mayor's Cup golf tournament, and so I've been thankful to work with y'all and very honored to receive this Atlanta Community Hero Award. I'll display it in the mayor's office very proudly, so thank you. As with, man, my day, y'all just made my day today looking at all y'all sitting up here. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of my city. I am literally looking at change agents, people who are amazing at giving their best to other people. I see folks that have nonprofits. I see people that are part of government agencies, and I see individuals that are philanthropists. I see folks that are, music and entertainment people. I see you, Dro. I see a bunch of other folks in here. And so as with everything that we do well, our Year of the Youth initiative has been a textbook group project. I've said this over and over again. When I see my city, I see it as a group project. And as Courtney mentioned his long walk from Oakland City, he didn't even mention Douglas High School. Oakland City to Douglas High School to Morehouse, and then to Columbia University for his master's, and then to City Hall. I took a long walk too, from Mays High School to Georgia Tech, and a long, shortish walk to Georgia State, and then to City Hall. But yeah, we don't want too many more folks to have to continue this cycle of first in your family to go to college, first in your family to get out of poverty, et cetera, et cetera. I'm blessed that we stopped that cycle when I was able to afford her to go to college at Georgia Tech, and now my daughter's in college now. And so we want everyone to have that experience where this place is the best place to raise a child, and so we can do that. And there are a number of people to thank, and I'm gonna get out of your way. I would like to thank everyone who came here today, especially our young people, that are here. Give them a round of applause, all of our young folks. If you are a program participant, whether that's Atlanta Teen Leaders, Minecraft, any other young folks, stand up, let us all love on you right now. Anybody that's one of our young folks, thank y'all. Our ambassadors here. Of course, the rest of them are in school, and we have a lot of great young people that are doing amazing things. So we thank them for your agreement to participate. My daughter was an Atlanta Teen Leader who also before that was in Camp Best Friends. I believe in this city because I went through Camp Best Friends growing up at Commissioner Cutler, and now the program still exists, and now the teen leaders with Nick and Quintar and everybody else over there. So thank y'all. And to all the family members, y'all can have a seat. To all the family members that bring these kids to programs and sign these kids up. So we got to give parents, we be hard on parents, and some parents need a little tough love, but to get 30,000 kids to do something, somebody parents said okay. So I'm glad that parents are now in the mode of joining this group project. And so I'm thankful for them. I'm thankful to all of you. I'm thankful to all of the City of Atlanta staffers that showed up. Raise your hand if you work for the ATL. Make some noise. Look at all these people. Raise your hand if you work for Atlanta city government. Look at all these people with good jobs, good government jobs. Look, we hiring too, y'all. We got some vacancies. We're hiring, so we do summer employment, but we do right now employment too. So y'all need a job. Stay at your nonprofits, do your work, but then, tell your cousin and your mama and them, come work for the city of Atlanta. They got a good boss. His name is Dre. He pays well and works hard. So you get a good job here, atlantanga.gov. Look for employment and careers. I'm for real. Get a good job, good government job. All right? These folks look happy, don't they? They working in a good place. Be like them. All right? So Courtney did something that I was going to do, but I'm glad he did it, to thank Janine Lewis from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for taking a tough assignment to do this work and taking it and doing it with grace, doing it with style, doing it working for a boss that works for can't see morning or can't see night and working for his, equivalent of can't see morning and can't see night. Courtney working, we just do a bunch of stuff and then she has to pick up all of that and make sense of it. Megan Sparks as well. Greg Clay, the head of constituent services, who was just sitting right there. He just left. and everybody, Malik and Odie Donald, my chief of staff, and Lisa Benjamin. So many of you. I am so grateful for all that you did in our community. And as I said earlier, we're off to a great start with the Year of the Youth. But now that our work will not stop until all of us can answer that question, how are the children? And we can say all of the children are well. We want to say 100% of the children are well. People think, like, how would you ever actually make that a reality? We set big goals around here. 20,000 units of affordable housing. We're at about 8,000 units under development. When we set a goal of bringing down violent crime, we hit a number of almost 20%. Like, we set big, crazy goals of making sure that this is the best place in the country to raise a child. We sincerely mean that. And so when we want to get to all the children are well, we're going to keep going. And so the goal today is, one, to don't grow weary in well-doing. Y'all did a thing. We all did a thing. Don't grow weary in that. Honor this moment that you came together. We all came together. So the first thing is, rest in knowing that you did something well. And thank yourself and thank your teams and really, really, really pat yourself on the back for doing something amazing this year. That's the first assignment, to do that. The second assignment is to go tell it on the mountain. Go tell somebody about it. Let somebody else know that, hey, the group project worked in 2023. We worked well together. Let's do it again in 2024. So be proud of it, and then go tell somebody. Go tell a nonprofit that's aspiring to do more. Let them partner with you. Somebody that's jealous of you. Tell them, man, don't be jealous. Get down with the program. Sign up. Janine got more stuff to do, so come roll with Janine and them. So go tell it on the mountain so everybody can do that. And three, if you know somebody that's been always saying, I want to put some money or some effort behind some good initiatives, this is that. Those funders, those people that have excess money, those rich people, those corporate foundations, those philanthropists, this is the place to invest. When we declared this the Year of the Youth and we got a 46% reduction in youth homicide, which led to a 21% reduction in all homicides, all of this is interrelated. And so when people want to solve certain problems, they should start with you. The young people, the people that are supporting the young folks. And so I believe that we are on the right track. So those are your three assignments, is to make sure you are proud of yourself. 2, go tell it on the mountain. And 3, make sure you advertise that we are still open for business for more support to be able to put it back out into the community. So God bless you all. Let's have a fantastic rest of the day. And of course, an outstanding 2024. Thank you.